William Ho is on your left. Brent Del Pino is on your right. Green-red monsters against mono-red aggro.
Okay.
Dude, Jeremy Frye's playing Ironworks? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I hope we get time to move over there.
Probably not.
We are underway here in game number 1 of round 8. It's a Soul Scar Mage from Brent Del Pino for William Ho. I got a Sheltered Thicket, a Rootbound Crag, and maybe a Magma Spray. Yeah, Magma Spray that Soul Scar Mage. Get that weak stuff out of here. Over to Brent Del Pino we go. A Mountain, and there's Karizev. Pirate action, Monkey coming soon. We'll go back over to William Ho. He's got 3 mana, 2 Crags, and now there's Jade Light Ranger. Number 1 is in a Braid.
Keep the removal spell on top and make it 4/3. Doesn't sound too bad, unless you really need to hunt for lands.
Number 2, Servant of the Conduit. Bin them both, 4/3. No more exploring to be done here for William. Pass the turn back over to Brent. Brent's 3rd turn of the game. He has a Mountain. Does he have a Crasher? Does he have an Abrade? Lightning Strike, perhaps? Looks like the answer is a Soul Scar Mage. And in a Abrade, we'll take care of Jade Light Ranger for good. Karizev, along with the Monkey, will deal 3 points of damage. We'll be heading back over to William Ho here in just a moment. Good start from Mono Red. Looks pretty normal so far.
Yeah, you asked me in a Facebook chat recently if there was a certain token that I would be interested in being.
Yeah.
Should have definitely selected the Monkey from Karizev. That would have been the one.
Voltaic Brawler. A little energy here.
What's the little homie's name?
I think it was like Ragaman.
Yeah.
Something I don't remember for sure. Ragavan.
Yeah, that would have been the right thing to do.
2 Brawlers now. We're going to head back over to Brent Del Pino. There's a Forest. I think he's got a Hazoret in hand, which is a really good Magic card.
Although he may want to wait a turn because I think that plays the Hazoret and not in a position to attach it.
True. So a copy of Earthshaker Kenra in hand as well. Might be worth it just to get Hazoret deployed this turn, though.
Yep, it frees you up and then brawls with the Brawlers the following turn. You would ideally like to play Hazoret and be able to go right away, but...
There's Oncrop Crasher. We're going to exert here. Yep. Target that one. So that Voltaic Brawler cannot block. Monkey on the way.
Yeah.
We'll see what kind of blocks we'll have here in a minute.
Karizev is a delightful design.
Yeah?
Yes.
I like Karizev a lot.
Yeah, that's a charming design.
Are you pro First Strike and Menace?
It's a little bit of a wonky set of keywords, but I buy both of them on a Pirate.
Okay.
It does lead to some novel blocking. You know.
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to do like 6 designs that have both of those keywords together, but you know, it encourages pump spells, which is nice.
It's true.
Good combo there.
The Skyship Raider. Not the toughest pirate in the world, but has a friend that gives beatdowns, which I do like. There's Spirebuff Canal entering the battlefield tapped. And now here is Aronis, the Indomitable. A card we've actually seen quite a bit of this weekend.
A lot. That's been a big uptick there.
Gonna use some energy here to pump the Brawlers, it looks like.
And try to set up lethal on the way back, I suppose.
Yeah. Pretty good clock there with the Brawlers, so. Encore Crasher's tapped. Mountain the draw. See the light totals here, 12 to 11 in favor of Del Pino at the moment. Of course, Encore Crasher not going to untap because of Exert. I think now's a pretty good time to play Hazoret, but it might be a defensive Hazoret.
Yeah, try to load up for next turn with your cards in hand, your mana, your Crasher ready to go. Might have to hang back. If you can survive the attack, then you would really like to hit with Karizev. That makes closing out the next turn much easier.
Aronis is a card, as I mentioned, we've seen quite a bit of this weekend. So we take a look at the Indomitable. 3 mana 5/5, sort of. Death Touch Indestructible. Ronus the Indomitable can't attack or block unless you control another creature with power 4 or greater. And another target creature gets +2/+0 and you can trample in a turn if you pay 2 and a green. So not that hard to turn on.
Another being critical here, which allows Del Pino a clean block of Hazoret in front of Ronus.
It was a Glorybringer? Okay. Attack step. And Glorybringer's going to off something. 12 life, pay the energy. I don't think there's a block here.
Yeah. Well, the best block is on Ronus, and that isn't enough.
Yeah, it's still 12. So we're going to get ready here for game number 2 in just a moment, as Brent is going to take a look at the battlefield here and realize that I am at 12. I'm going to take 12. And we are all set. So William Ho is going to win game number 1 here over Brent Del Pino. Teamer Monsters, we'll get to the blue here in just a moment, up a game here over Mono Red Aggro. So as these players go to the sideboard and get ready here for game number 2, when we come back, we'll take a look at the other matches and what their scores are if they do update. But first, here's a word from our sponsors.
Go. Go.
Welcome back, everybody. William Ho, Brent Del Pino getting ready to play here game number 2 between Teamer Monsters and Mono Red Aggro. We'll start with Brent, as he'll be on the play with 3 Chandra Torch of Defiance, 2 Abrade, 2 Aethersphere Harvester, 2 Chandra's Defeat, 2 Glorybringer, 2 Rekindling Phoenix, a Field of Ruin, and a Pianolar in the sideboard.
Guessing you just want to go a little bit bigger with a little bit more removal here. The Planeswalker is a Braid, Harvester, Chandra's Defeat. This seems like a very good matchup for Rekindling Phoenix, because there isn't exiling removal on the other side of the table as well.
Other side of things here for William Ho, he's got 4 negates, 3 Chandra's Defiance, 2 Chandra Torch of Defiance, 2 Spell Pierce, 2 Struggle/Survive, a Lifecraft Beastery, and a River's Rebuke. What do we think in there?
Some pretty light sideboarding here. Not a whole lot that's great. The Chandra's Defiances are obviously the top of the list. Maybe you bring in Chandra as well, but I think the rest of the sideboard probably not for this matchup.
All right, there's your options there, everybody. We'll be underway here in game number 2 in just a moment. Jeremy Frye with Ironworks combo up a game over Jason Bryant playing Grixis Death Shadow. Get those scrap trawlers ready.
Listen, Stubborn Denial.
Not going to counter Scrap Trawler.
No.
That's that's for sure. I really do like that Ironworks combo deck. It's just so much splash damage from artifact removal.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating, actually.
It's try hard affinity, but you're also worse against all the sideboard cards. That they have. But
yeah.
it is super explosive. There are some. I'm sure there are some very positive matchups, but.
And we have Travis Brown up a game. Death and Taxes over Alex Harris playing Grixis Delver and Legacy.
Wouldn't be my first choice, but it's good.
Which two games from
Those of you who keep up on the Grand Prix circuit, Jeremy Frye and William Ho were 2 of the 3 members that won Grand Prix Santa Clara earlier this year. And they're off to a great start here this weekend as well. And as you can see on our scoreboard, all 3 members of this team currently up a game, making it look easy here in Dallas. Easy breezy. So we're going to watch a little more Mono Red aggro Teamer Monsters here in just a moment. Mono Red, definitely not dead.
No.
Definitely think this is still a good deck, solely because of the power of Hazret, honestly.
Definitely.
I think Rain Up Ruins and Rampage of Ferocity, obviously really good cards. Ruins may have actually been better than the Ferocity, I don't know. But
Well, Ruins is the most, what's the point of this being good?
sure.
If the deck's viable with 4 mountains in its place, that's better. And if no one plays the deck, that's also better.
Sure. I think that's definitely a way to look at it. Ruins did allow you to win some games and cheese some people out.
It's also just
It's lame.
It's
just kind of lame.
It's just not cool.
You're at 6, all right, you can't win anymore.
And what are the interaction points for the damage I'm taking? There's like nothing. It's a land.
Yep. You can't do anything about it. So just get over it. Earthshaker Kenra. Something's dying. There we go. Umbraid's going to take care of Kari's up. And now Earthshaker's going to come in for 2. William Ho down to 18.
Looks like El Pino has sideboarded in his 1 copy of Field of Ruin. Don't know if there's a particular land he's trying to attack, or if he just needs more mana for his expensive post-board cards.
Brawn to Dawn.
Yeah.
I like this card. Reminds you a little bit of Kosali Pride Mage, other cards that have been like this in the past. 3 mana, 3/4, big old dinosaur, huge body, relevant text, double green mage. You have to work for it a little bit.
Yeah, not free. Not free.
Here's a hub, getting energy. But I like the Brontodon.
Thrashing around.
Let's see what we got now. Looks like an Umbraid to kill Soulscar Mage. All right, that's done for. Big follow-up. Servant of the Conduit. 2 more energy on the way. We're going to Brontodon on in there.
I think I'd be inclined to attack here because with Del Pino stalled on lands here, I would really respect the possibility of on-crop Crasher the next turn. Yeah.
Here come the beats. Over to Del Pino we go. It's a scavenging ground. There's a shortage of red mana for our mono red player.
Yeah. Drawing the 3rd land is nice, but it does not unlock 2 spells a turn, which is what Del Pino really needs to catch up.
Looks like it might be time for on-crop Crasher, though, and it is. Here come the attacks, and I think we might see an Exert. Del Pino actually deciding if he wants to do that or not. This Teamer Monsters deck, kind of interesting. It looks a lot like DeCandio's green-red Monsters deck we saw a bit earlier. The only difference, of course, is the blue splash off a hub. You also find it off of the Spire Bluff Canals and the Botanical Sanctums. For a little counter magic in the sideboard as Magma sprays the draw. Probably time for a Glorybringer, huh? Oh yeah. Here's Glorybringer, Exert, take care of the Crasher. Brontodon going to come in too, so it's going to be a hit of 7. There by William Ho. He's making this game look pretty easy. Del Pino will draw. That's not a mountain, that's another copy of Hazret. Normally you're happy to draw a bunch of copies of Hazoret, or at least the first one. Now, not so much. So time for the Earth Shaker number 2, yeah. Started the Conduit can't block. Didn't want to anyway. And now we're going to play a little bit more defensive. Glorybringer will lose the Exert. He'll be untapping next turn. 3 mana here. Let's see what we got now. It's a Jade Light Ranger. Card quality in this deck's pretty high. Say that.
Yeah, kind of all good stuff.
Yeah, Magma Spray is going to stay on top twice from the Explore triggers. Jade Light Ranger's a 4/3. We all know what William Ho's drawing next turn. Here comes Brontodon. Here comes Servant of the Conduit into the red zone.
And keep in mind that his Glorybringer is going to be unlocked next turn as well.
William Ho setting him up for the double block. There's a Magma Spray before damage. All Brent can do is shrug his shoulders. Not a lot he can do here.
Can't beat a spell anyway, so who cares?
Yep. Can't beat the Magma Spray. Can't beat the Magma Spray on top of his deck or the one in his hand. And certainly can't beat the board.
All right, pick your one spell wisely.
You see a hand there with Rekindling Phoenix, Hazarets, and various other things, but the mana did not cooperate here for Brent Del Pino in game number 2. And the power of Temur Monsters is just simply going to overwhelm him here in just a moment. He'll pass the turn back. He'll get to play one more spell, maybe the Lightning Strike in his hand. I don't know.
4 p.m. Modern players, your
William Ho says, I'm going to attack you with all my things. I promise.
Players in the 4 p.m. Modern Challenge.
This will be a Chandra's defeat, and it is still very lethal. So William Ho is going to win this game and match over Brent Del Pino 2-0. Temur Monster is going to clean up a mono red aggro quite easily. And for Ho, he gets his team on the board officially with a win. And for Frye and Brown, they'll need to win one game between them to put this match away. So a great start there for Brown, Frye, and Ho.
Very fast, bloody first game there where Ho just had just enough haste to get over the line in time, and then game 2, Ho's deck both more powerful and casting 2 spells a turn before Del Pino could get himself in the same spot because he was missing double red.
All right, quick message from our sponsors, then we're going to watch Ironworks Combo in the hands of Jeremy Frye.
Go.
Anybody interested in a little Ironworks Combo? I am. I want to see what's going on down here. Hangerback Walker, hey. Lingering Souls, we're going to grind a little bit. Terrarian, sure. We've also got a mishmash of stuff out there, along with a Darksteel Citadel, a Glimmer Void, and a Sanctum of Ugin.
This plan's pretty good against Shatters.
That's true.
Yeah.
No argument there. For Jason Bryant, his battlefield's a little more normalized. He's got a couple of lands, a Tasigur that really can't attack very well because of the Hangerback Walker. That'll crack open some Thopters and keep pressuring his life total. We do not see a lot of Ironworks Combo in Modern. Really not much at all. Tasker's going to come through. Jeremy's going to fall down at 16. He'd like to grow the Hangerback Walker. That's going to work out just fine as he's quickly untapping. He'll take a draw step. Look like a defense grid, perhaps?
Yeah, that's a defense grid.
Okay. Mirror Retriever in hand. What do we have here? An engineered explosives too? Ah, yes. Let's start by sacrificing the Terrarium. Terrarium. You see Jason taking a look? We can take a look too. Love me a Terrarium. See what the big follow-up is.
Going to open on defense grid.
Not a bad start. Worried about stuff like Stubborn Denial.
And this is pretty rough if you've been sitting on this Kolaghan's command waiting for a juicy target, because now you got to decide, am I doing this on the Hangerback Walker, which is not great, or am I just, is my turn just getting burned off?
Yeah, this forces a response.
This is really bad.
Yep. I don't think Jason Bryant is thrilled about the idea of having to play against a defense grid now.
Right, this is just not good enough to do anything about, but also really problematic for this turn.
Well, here's the Kolaghan's command. They're going to kill Spirit and perhaps make Jeremy Frye discard a card.
Discard seems like a tough mode here when Frye is missing land drops, not really doing very much. But I guess if there's nothing to raise dead and you don't want to shatter the Hangerback Walker, that's really the only thing you can do.
Yeah, I don't want to kill Hangerback Walker. Can't beat that many flyers, most likely. Gonna discard Mirror Retriever. So now defense grid resolves. Follow up, Ancient Stirrings.
This is a pretty big conversion out of an Ironworks deck.
Yeah, it's going to like this weird creature plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you can play honest. I don't think you can play an honest game like your normalized plan post board. You just can't beat all the artifact hate.
It's just surprising because this deck isn't really known for going beatdown, so how do you leverage something like Lingering Souls?
Yeah. Well, going beatdown's enough right now. I got the Scrap Trawlers, 3 Lingering Souls in the sideboard. Hangerback Walker, there's not a ton of those here. Just 2. But making it work.
Attention Magic players, if you're planning to play...
See Jeremy chatting with his teammate, William Hope. Figure out how they want to move forward here. Adventure's Fair was a land that was played. All right, here comes Hangerback Walker and Spirit Token. Looks like Jason's going to fall down to 4. Pass the turn back. The die placed on top of Jeremy Frye's deck to make sure he doesn't forget about Adventure's Fair, I imagine.
And with the amount of mana that Bryant has here, he's just gonna, whatever he does, he has to do on his own turn. He doesn't have enough to play through a defense grid.
Grixis Death Shadow, a lot worse when it doesn't get to play on its opponent's turn.
And really good news there for Frye as Bryant simply passed the turn. So now Frye has free way to do whatever because that defense grid is checking anything Bryant could do on this turn.
Everything costs 3 or more. Everything costs 3 more now.
It's +3, yeah. So he cannot play a spell on the. He has to. He can only play something that costs 0. That's it.
Well, pretty sure Jeremy knows that. Here's an attack for 1. Jason going to fall down to 3. Makes me wonder what Jason's hand is. I see a Teamer Battle Rage over there. That's not very good. There's Lingering Souls. Oh boy. Yeah, that's going to do it. He just can't do anything.
Yep.
Yeah, Jason Bryant immediately concedes to the Spirit Tokens, and that is going to do it. So the team of Travis Brown, Jeremy Frye, and William Ho are going to win this match pretty easily over Alex Harris, Jason Bryant, and Brent Del Pino.